Well, this morning we gather at the St Vincent de Paul shop in Garbett, and I've just had the pleasure of launching the Catholic Social Justice Statement on homelessness, and it's been a great launch. Well, I think it's important for us to speak about homelessness, and the bishops are very concerned that when people are without a home, they're without hope, and that brings with it a whole lot of kind of challenges that sort of come from that, like some domestic violence issues come out of that, depression, a sense of that nothing's going right for people. It's imperative that the local community understands that homelessness is a huge problem. In any city, all over Australia, there are people without a home, 116,000 people without a home, so it's critical people understand that. We talk about the lucky country, but for 116,000 people, it's not so lucky for them.
It's essential that the community recognises that it is a problem and that individual community members get involved. There is something that people can do. But first of all, we've got to acknowledge that it is a problem, and in Townsville, is it a significant problem? We should be asking ourselves that why is it in a first world country in the 21st century are there people that cannot afford housing? I've heard people say it's a choice, people choose to live on the streets. I haven't met anyone yet that is their choice. Indeed, it's the opposite. A lot of the reasons are circumstances beyond their control. Domestic violence, family violence, mental illness, leaving incarceration, leaving shared accommodation, being Indigenous. There are many, many reasons and causes, and the Social Justice Statement challenges us to get involved and to do more than just talk about the problem. We need to recognise the problem and do something about it. In Townsville, regarding youth homelessness, we have a mobile team of 3, and they're funded by the Department of Housing and Public Works and through community fundraising, events such as Community Sleep Out. And they do fantastic work. They're a lovely team, they're hard working, they're committed. They've actually helped 100 people between the ages of 16 and 25 to find stable and secure accommodation. And that's not an easy thing to do. It can take up to 3 years to secure a homeless person in safe, secure housing. They're stretched to capacity, and indeed the Social Justice Statement, the Australian Catholic Bishops recognise that our emergency accommodation services around Australia are all stretched to capacity, and in that regard our Townsville Mobile Vintage Youth Team are no exception.